Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we're going to do a video critique about one movie that we select, which is The Intern. So in our group, we have 3 group members. My name is NURFARAH binti SAMSUDIN, and then we got Sarah HANISAH binti FAIZ and FARHANA binti SYED IDRUS. So before we start with the synopsis of this movie, let's watch the movie trailer for this movie.
Okay, Benjamin, I'm gonna ask you one of our more telling questions for all of our interns, so I want you to this is the one to really think about, okay? Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
When I'm 80.
And I love myself. The world is a ghetto. Remember a few weeks ago we talked about the senior intern program?
Seniors in high school or college?
No. Seniors in life.
Hold on, what?
That's our founder and CEO, Jules Austin.
Any tips before I go in?
Blink.
Blink.
She hates when people don't blink, it weirds her out.
Hi, Jules. I'm Ben, your new intern.
I'm glad you also see the humor in this.
Be hard not to.
I will email you when I have something for you to do.
I'll wait to hear from you, sir. I'm terribly sorry. Excuse me.
So you're Jules' new driver?
No, actually, I'm her intern.
That's hysterical.
My intern sure keeps busy.
Mr. Congeniality. Everybody loves him.
You should dress to impress. Tuck in the shirt. Why doesn't anybody tuck anything in anymore? Oh, I'm asking you.
I'm Fiona, the house masseuse.
Ben.
How's that been?
Well, oh, boy.
Here you go. You're not as old as I thought you were.
So you're on Facebook, huh?
I joined about 10 minutes ago.
Well, better late than never. All right, so there are all these questions for your profile that you can answer if you want to, like people who inspire you.
Jules Austin. You do inspire, Jules.
Our investors just think that a seasoned CEO could take some things off your plate.
I mean, give me CEO lessons.
I never had anything like this in my life. This big, beautiful, exciting thing that you created. Remember who did that?
Oh.
Good times.
It's moments like this when you need someone you know you can count on. Because you're my...
Intern.
Well, I was gonna say intern / best friend. Look and learn, boys, because this is what cool is. How in one generation have men gone from guys like Jack Nicholson and Harrison Ford to...
Oh, boy.
Hi, I'm FARHANA. I will explain about the synopsis for the Intern movie. The synopsis about starting a new job can be a difficult challenge, especially if you are already retired. Looking to get back into the game for over 70 years old widower Ben Whittaker, Robert De Niro sees the opportunity to become a senior intern at online fashion site. Ben soon becomes popular with his youngest co-worker, including Jules Austin and Hathaway, the boss and founder of the company. Whittaker charm, wisdom and sense of humor help him develop a special bonds and growing friendship with Jules.
Hi, my name is Hanisah binti FAIZ. So I'll be talking about the main character from the Intern movie, which is Ben Whittaker. Ben Whittaker as the intern in the movie. Ben is a retired 70-year-old widower, so he decided to apply to be a senior intern at an online fashion retailer because he is bored with his retired life. And apparently, he gets a position. The founder of the company is Jules Austin, who is a tireless, driven, demanding, and also dynamic workaholic. Ben is made as her intern, but this is a nominal role because she doesn't intend to give him any work at all, and it's just a window dressing. However, Ben proves to be quite useful and more than that.
So here I am, applying to be one of your interns because the more I think about this idea, the more tremendous I think it is. I love the idea of having a place I can go every day. I want the connection, the excitement. I want to be challenged, and I guess I might even want to be needed. The tech stuff might take a bit to figure out. I had to call my 9-year-old grandson just to find out what a USB connector was. But I'll get there, eager to learn. Also, I want you to know I've been a company man all my life. I'm loyal, I'm trustworthy, and I'm good in a crisis. And I love that you're right here in Brooklyn. I've lived here all my life, and lately I feel I may not be hip enough to live in Brooklyn, so this could help with that too. I read once musicians don't retire. They stop when there's no more music in them. Well, I still have music in me. Absolutely positive about that.
So, as you can see from the scene one, that's one of the positive critical incident that I've got from the movie, which is no fear of trying new things. So in the movie, just hours after Ben coming across the notice board, he who is full of life and is always exploring new things, tapping himself on a video camera without a fear of looking old-fashioned. He gets an opportunity to work as the senior intern in a booming online fashion site. The new technology doesn't scare Ben. He also willing to learn from scratch how to use a computer with the help of his younger colleagues. The cause and effect. In the opening monologue, the main character doesn't call himself unhappy, yet he's not so enthusiastic to claim the opposite. Ben feels a kind of emptiness inside and a lack of core direction in his life because 3.5 years ago, Ben Whittaker just lost his beloved spouse after 42 years of marriage. The theory of this whole deal is the key is to keep moving forward, get up, get out of the house and go somewhere, anywhere. Like you cannot explain it, but somehow it makes you feel part of something. The recommendation is you should not be afraid of trying new things, seeing options and capabilities in unevident places and directions, or sometimes in well-known or intimate places. You need to be willing to adapt with the environment and should be willing to come out of your comfort zone. That's the most important part.
For the second critical incident in positiveness, we have dress to impress. From the scene from the movie, on Ben's first day at work, he wears a suit and brings his vintage briefcase to the office. Cause and effect? Though this has always been a rule for interviews for day one on the job, but Ben demonstrated perfectly in this movie. He looked in such a way because he likes to wear a suit, a shirt, and a tie. He is not afraid for looking as an old-fashioned. Ben regards his own appearance as a hallmark of respect toward each other, so he never quit dressing to impress. By theory, it's becoming less popular to wear a full old-school suit to work, but there is something about dressing up for work that creates a new driving atmosphere and makes you realize new points of view. This skill will get you places you never thought you could go. By my recommendation, if you're stuck on a project and want a new perspective, maybe try dressing up one day. You never know what will make an idea pop in your head.
Slightly malfunctioning.
Becky, does he look right to you?
Okay, thank you. I think we're good here. Got a lot of work to do. It's all good.
Is it his coloring?
Oh my God, you're all nuts. I'm 100%. Let's move on, kids. Big day, lots to do.
Okay. Ben, if I'm giving you too much to do or working you too hard, please do not feel that you have to go with me to San Francisco.
Jules, people my age get tired sometimes. That's all this is.
You're tired? That's why you haven't looked at me once since I came over here?
I'm looking at you.
Jules, Cameron's on the phone.
Okay. Like, if you don't feel better tonight or I'm just saying I can go by myself, okay? I'm a big girl. I'll be fine.
I will explain about the positive critical incident. In this movie, the positive critical incident is about common sense. Based on the movie, Ben one of the senior, but older than other colleague, and Jules worry about Ben if he getting tired. because they need to go to San Francisco and have to have done their work. So cause and effect, Jules one of the people that concerned with their colleague, where she asked the band help if he okay to go San Francisco. By doing so, Jules can avoid from bad happen with band's help that can affect their work. For theory, this action known as cognitive empathy, where the Jules' ability to understand another perspective. For my recommendation, as colleague, you must concern with other people feeling or their help, either they are okay or not. Common sense is the ability to exercise logical judgment. This is generally the most obvious and practical course of action that most reasonable people would take in any given situation.
Consider the possibility
Okay.
of meeting with some potential CEOs.
Wow. I did not see that coming. Why? Am I too inexperienced in running a business? I didn't go to Harvard. My methods aren't by the book. I mean, isn't that how we got here? Really? I need adult supervision? Could we be doing better? We hit our 5-year goal in 9 months.
Exactly. Jules, we can't keep up with our own success. You know that. You're an hour late to every meeting. We have a name for it. Jules Standard Time. And look, I get it. There's only so many hours in the day. We're all playing catch up. Our tech guys work until 2, 3 in the morning. Customer service is slammed. We're running out of inventory. We've got shipping issues and programming problems. And the bigger we get, the more complicated it's going to get.
As you can see from the scene 1, this is one of the negative critical incident, which is tardiness. Based on the movie, Jules' colleagues informs her that the office has coined the term Jules Standard Time, referring to the fact that Jules is an hour late to every meeting. So Jules' co-workers admire her work ethic, while others caution her that she may be stretching herself too thin. This situation shows that the leaders face scenarios that reflects how their employees view them. So the cause and effect from the scene is because the fact that Jules is frequently tardy to meetings. As a professional, her investors see this tardiness as a sign that Jules is overwhelmed as a leader. So they recommended bringing in more experienced CEO to ensure the success of the company. The theory, lateness has been associated with financial losses for a company. So this is likely decreases the productivity of other workers who are relying on the boss for work. So as the recommendation, tardiness may impact the success of your career, so it's important to act professionally to retain respect from everyone, especially from your colleagues.
It's been a loan thing. Email me that idea, will you?
Yeah, I like that. Is now a good time to call your mom back?
Dude, I'm on a bike. Oh, what a mess. This is the middle of the office. Don't put that.
For the second critical incident in negative manners, we have messy workplace. As well as you can watch from scene 2 just now, there was Jules saw the disaster in her office caused by all the work passed from her co-workers by mistake as she was riding her bike to the office. Additionally, because the majority of the co-workers were busy, they frequently dropped items that made it even more messier. Jules becomes even more irritated about her working circumstances when no one takes initiative to clean things up. In theory, while messy desks play a big part in upsetting the aesthetic of the work environment, they can also impact workers' mental well-being. Almost half of the co-workers surveyed that having an untidy workspace increased stress levels and impacted their overall performance. By my recommendation, it's crucial for co-workers to communicate with one another in order to keep the workplace tidy. From there, all the co-workers can decide on a regular cleaning day for the office.
So 40 years at the phone book company, that is amazing. Seriously. Okay, Benjamin. Now I'm gonna ask you one of our more telling questions for all of our interns, so I want you to this is the one to really think about, okay? And take your time. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
When I'm 80.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, whatever. Wait. Did not realize you were 70. That question just doesn't work for you, does it? Should we just scratch that one and just move on?
It's your call, Justin.
Okay, that one's gone.
Okay, for negative critical incident from this scenes, Ben's come interview for the senior intern, and the interview asks Ben's, where do you see yourself in 10 years from now? Why do you ask Ben this question? Because Ben, who is also the senior intern, also have more experience and overqualified over their skill and their knowledgeable. And from that, the cause and the effect. These scenes did not read the room because the interviewer not prepared themselves about question that wanna ask. From this is will refer someone features because not all question need to ask. So if you wanna ask something, you must relevant question based on situation. For theory, the interviewer asks the same question to the all interviewee without check all the personal details before start the interview. Otherwise, the interviewer not prepare a good question for the interviewee. For my recommendation, if you as the interviewer, you must avoid this question from its happens. Maybe it may be simple question to you, but not to the people that you ask for. So to conclude, you must prepare question first based on what you wanna ask. In practice, you become adept and noticing and responding to micro reaction.
In conclusion, for this video critique, the movie at every moment tries to provide the audience with a life lesson. We are stressing for almost everything and anything that happens in our life, ignoring the fact that no matter what, if we stay at peace for even a few minutes, we will always have a solution to solve that problem. The experience, knowledge, and wisdom of our older generation is something that we should always respect. The intern suggests that there are a lot of things that go into being a professional. Being a professional can include how you present yourself, in appearance and timing, but that is not all it takes. No matter how much experience you have, sometimes the situation is still tricky and it can be hard to act like a professional. The intern, this movie, uses Ben and Jules' character as examples of professionals. But they are not flawless, they always strive to do the right things. That's all from us. Thank you.